Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be satisfied. Now, when you think about the word righteous, what do you think about? Most people think about what you don't do. You don't smoke, you don't drink, you don't sleep around, you don't swear. That's righteousness, right? No. Righteousness in the Old Testament was not about what you didn't do for yourself. It's what you did do for others who couldn't do for themselves. Righteousness is about social justice, not personal morality. And it was seen as a requirement for God's favor and blessing. So what I'm going to do right now, fair warning, I'm going to read a number of scriptures quickly because I want you to be overwhelmed with the consistent Old Testament emphasis on righteousness as social justice. Isaiah 1, wash yourselves, make yourselves clean, remove the evil of your deeds from before my eyes, cease to do evil, learn to do good, seek justice, correct oppression, bring justice to the fatherless, plead the widow's cause. Micah 6, he's told you, O man, what is good, and what does the Lord require of you but to do justice, to love kindness, and to walk humbly with your God. Amos 5, but let justice roll down like water and righteousness like an ever-flowing stream. Proverbs 31, open your mouth for the mute, for the rights of all who are destitute. Open your mouth, judge righteously, defend the rights of the poor and needy. Jeremiah 22, thus says the Lord, do justice and righteousness, and deliver from the hand of the oppressor him who has been robbed. And do no wrong or violence to the resident alien, the fatherless, and the widow, nor shed innocent blood in this place. Zechariah 7, thus says the Lord of hosts, render true judgments, show kindness and mercy to one another. Do not oppress the widow, the fatherless, the sojourner, or the poor, and let none of you devise evil against another in your heart. Psalm 82, give justice to the weak and the fatherless. Maintain the right of the afflicted and the destitute. Rescue the weak and the needy. Deliver them from the hand of the wicked. Isaiah 58, is not this the fast that I choose? To loose the bonds of wickedness, to undo the straps of the yoke, to let the oppressed go free, and to break every yoke. Is it not to share your bread with the hungry and bring the homeless poor into your house? When you see the naked, to cover him, and not to hide yourself from your own flesh. I could read on. There are many more passages, but I think you get the point. Righteousness for believers is not what we don't do to show how good we are. It's what we do to those who cannot do for themselves. I grew up in a church. It was very moralistic. It was the don't dance, don't cuss, don't drink. And we felt really good about ourselves when we didn't do. But we let people pass by us who couldn't do for themselves. We're a different kind of church. We don't measure by legalistic standards of how much better than someone else you are. We don't measure how high you can go in your morality, but how low you can go in your social service. There are people around us in desperate need. And we need to be desperately devoted to the needs of our community, people who may never enter one of our church campuses. They may never hear the love of Christ unless you take the time and reach out in compassion to the fatherless, the widow, the homeless, the orphan, the refugee, the drug addict, the sex trafficked, the poor, the indigent, the lame, the blind, the deaf. Will you be righteous? Because Jesus promised, if you crave righteousness, you will be satisfied. Now, that's something worth talking about.